Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll chase the night, race all of these broken dreams in flight. And we'll fly.
Hello my gingerbread and jelly, welcome back to an episode of JVLOGS. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel. I really appreciate the support. Thank you guys for just tuning in and continue to support me. Even though I've been MIA for a while, I just want to say thanks to all the new gingerbread, old gingerbread, everybody that tuning. The last video I made was a really nice video. People seem to like it. Got like 100 views in one day, like 24 hours, 100 views. That's really awesome. I've been like focused on other stuff. That's why I haven't been like making and pushing out content like I used to, but I really appreciate the feedback from the latest videos that I've been putting out. Today I want to bring this video to you guys. It's really nice. I like the idea, is really nice, so let me jump right into it. So basically 3 pros and cons of dating outside your culture or dating inside your culture. So basically, when we look at culture compared to race, so basically culture is basically characteristics, a set of characteristics that people from a race share. So if you're Jamaican, yes, we're black, we're brown, or whatever it is, but we have a culture where our food is important, a different style of food, different style of dressing, stuff like that. Compared to a race, you have a race, a set of people, and that's black people, white people, Asian people. Within that set of people, you have different countries around the world and they have different cultures. It's where that come from. Race and culture is different. It might be similar, but you have race at the top and then you have culture at the bottom because you take the culture from each race. There we go. So that explains it. You know, keep up with me. Keep up with me. No, what I say. Just keep up with me. So the first thing that we look at the pros of dating in your own culture. Food, from a food standpoint. Dating somebody in their same culture, like a Jamaican man dating a Jamaican woman. One, the food is important. One, they're going to know how to cook. Some of the time they're going to know how to cook. Some women don't know how to cook, some men don't know how to cook, but they know the Jamaican food. They're used to the Jamaican food. This is what they grew up on. Even if they didn't grow up in Jamaica, their family or their Jamaican parents introduced them to the Jamaican food. Would that be Lasco, mint tea, ginger tea, whether it be yam and banana, whether it be ackee and saltfish, whether it be all these things that we're used to, peanut porridge, American porridge, banana porridge, you know, all these stuff that we grew up on, cornmeal porridge as well. You're going to understand that, listen, this is what we're used to, so you're going to actually make an effort to cook these stuff for your partner. If you're born and bred Jamaican and you already know how to cook, your partner will appreciate your cooking because this is what they're used to. They're used to the food. So you get the drift. Dating somebody within your culture, you understand from a food standpoint that they'll appreciate the food that you cook. Now look at the cons of that. Dating somebody outside your culture, it's basically a learning process. From that point you guys start talking to when you start cooking. You basically have to teach a person the type of food that you eat. They have to have an open mind, an open taste bud to the type of food we eat as a Jamaican compared to a Caucasian or a white person, or even an Asian, or even Hispanic. You know what I mean? The food is different. They have certain similarities, but the food is different. We eat a lot of rice, we eat a lot of stew, we eat a lot of jerk, we eat a lot of curry. You know what I mean? A lot of Americans are not used to this. This is not what they're used to. Or white people, that's not what they're used to. Most time they're used to pasta, spaghetti, certain type of soups. You know what I mean? Like the ground provision. A lot of let's say Americans or Europeans are not used to certain ground provision. They don't know what and what type of grown profession go together. They don't know what they are. They don't know what a pumpkin is. They might know what squash, but they don't know what a pumpkin is. They might not know what cassava is. They might not know what, you know, all of these grown profession that we eat, sweet potato, yam, Irish, you know what I mean? Certain stuff like that they might not know, so you have a problem where that is concerned. So that is the con of dating outside your culture. You have to learn the next person culture, vice versa, and then you have to know adapt. So it's kind of challenging where that is concerned. So, you know, think about that before you date somebody outside your culture. Think about the pros and cons. So that's one pros and cons of food. The next pros and cons that I look at is language. So I look at the pros of talking to somebody from your same language. As a Jamaican, talking to a Jamaican woman, I can speak my patois. I can say anything and she understand me. We can go on, you know, a certain way. We can argue in our second tongue, which is patois. You know, our main language is English, but we can argue and communicate in patois. And sometimes a lot of us know how to express ourselves better with the patois. So talking it, sometimes that's our skin. That we're feel good in our own skin and we express it and we understand. So understanding is perfect. The style is, you know, it's perfect. You get that person, you have a certain sway, you have a certain style, and they get that. No, the cons of dating somebody outside your culture. I say a Jamaican date a Hispanic. Oh Jesus, most Jamaican don't know Spanish a problem. Communication, like the barrier is like a wall between you and the person. I don't really know much Spanish. Probably el queso, that's cheese, el tío, la tía, hey chiquitita, chiquitito, little boy, little girl, you know, certain numbers, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, DC, stuff like that. So it's just like simple stuff I know. So just imagine trying to communicate with somebody that speak English and Spanish, and like both of them don't know one another language. It's like you can't communicate. It's like you're going to be a struggle. So it's like people are turned off from that. So it's very difficult where language is concerned. Even writing it down is hard because you can't read the language, you know what I mean? So it's a whole different level. So just call it a relationship do even exist. So that's one thing you have to look for when dating outside your culture or dating within your culture. Two Spanish persons speaking, boom, 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 boom. They get along, they know each other, the culture, they have it locked. Boom, 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 it done, set, bam. Everything nice. The next thing that we look at is the style. How you dress. How you carry yourself. As a Jamaican, you know, Jamaican people full of style. This is the pros of dating an ex-Jamaican. A Jamaican, you know, woman will fix up our man, fix up herself, you know, put our stuff together, you know. Jamaica is hot, so you know they wear their short shorts or, you know, the nice blouse and stuff like that. You know, they like to be sexy. You know, females they like to look good. You know, they like to just carry themselves well, put on the makeup and the hair. Even if them have them ear already, them are gonna put on them next ear again and look good. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to understand where that is concerned. But I'm going to use like Europeans know. So that's the pros of it. We understand from that standpoint, basically, and we can actually agree on certain things. Like, you know, he can ask her, she can ask his opinion. Do you like this hair? Which hairstyle you think for? Do you think for rope twist it or put on a wig, or, you know what I mean, color my hair or whatever, and he'll accept it and appreciate it, or, you know, if you give her money, fix up her hair and stuff like that or whatever, because it's in the culture. No, compare that, the cons of that now, dating somebody outside your culture, is that not everybody dress the same. For instance, a lot of Hispanic, they like the plaid, they like the long sleeve plaid. Even if it's hot, they like the long sleeve plaid. They like the fancy dress shoes. They like the boots and stuff like that. So they're very fancy. They have like more casual setting. Their females wear their dresses and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So when they go into their parties and stuff like that, they fix up and they dress up real nice in their casual outfit, in their boots and their hats, and, you know, certain events they like to dress nice, like they have more a casual kind of vibe to them. Compared to a Jamaican, we wear a jeans or a short pants or a clogs on our foot, you know, or a slippers, you know. We wear a shoes even without socks and stuff like that. Now, compare that to Americans or Caucasian, you know, sometimes they just dress down. They like different style. They like to mix it up a bit. You know, they'll probably in a chino, short foot pants, with a nice shirt, or they try to put themselves together. Not all of them dress well. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're all over the place with the clothes and stuff like that. But some do dress nice. Some have the casual. You know, some do dress good, and they put their clothes together. A lot of like millennials, like around my age, they like to have on the polo t-shirt or the regular t-shirt, sweatpants, the sneakers. You know, American love sneakers and stuff like that. So it's basically the pros of that. You understand how they dress, you understand how what type of clothes they wear, you appreciate that. When you date somebody that always in sweatpants and stuff like that, there can be arguments in the relationship. There can be like, you can't wear sneakers everywhere, you know what I mean? Some guys want to wear sneakers everywhere. They don't want to have on like a dress shoes or stuff like that. You know what I mean? They like brighter colors. Sometimes you can't even wear certain brighter colors on certain occasion. So the pros of dating somebody that understand the dress style and the body language and stuff like that. That's one of the pros, and the cons is basically people just how they feel like, they put on whatever, they mismatch and all of that. So, you know, I want you to look at that. I want you to tell me how you feel. Have you ever dated outside the culture? I've dated a Caucasian before. It was alright. It was a bit different. The person expressed to me how racist their parents were. Their grandparents were racist as well. But they never seemed to be racist at that point. You know, so I've had experience where that is concerned. You know, but for me personally, I love Jamaican women. You know, I love black women, brown woman, any type of woman. But you know, that's just my experience. So in the comment section below, let me know how you feel about this video. Let me know if you date outside your culture, if you're currently dating outside your culture, how do you feel about it? Does, you know, it make sense to you? Can you cope with it? The language is, you know, the language barrier, is it significant? You know, the style, the food, you know, how are you coping with it? Just share your thoughts and your comments below, and we get into it. You know, feel free to comment, feel free to ask me any question. So JVLOGS Plunkett, thanks for watching. Appreciate the love and the support from each and every one, and I hope you guys enjoy this topic. So from me to you, I'm out.